recognize the great senator from the state of Virginia, Kane.
The shooting took place 8 blocks from my district a week ago last Sunday. Here are the list of the victims. Stanley Almodovar, 23 years old. Amanda Albiar, 25 years old. Arsca Aracena Montero, 26 years old. Rodolfo Ayala, 33 years old. Antonio Devon Brown, 29 years old. Daryl Roman Bird, 29 years old. Angel Candelario Padro, 28 years old. Juan Chavez Martinez, just 25 years old. Luis Daniel Conde, 39 years old. Corey Connell, 21 years old. Tevin Eugene Crosby, 25 years old. Bianca Deidre Drayton, 32 years old. Simone Andrian Carrillo Fernandez, 31 years old. Leroy Valentin Fernandez, 25 years old. Mercedes Marisol Flores, 26 years old. Peter Gonzalez Cruz, just 22 years old. Juan Ramon Guerrero, 22 years old. Paul Terrell Hendry, 41 years old. Frank Hernandez, 27 years old. Miguel Angel Honorado, 30 years old. Javier Jorge Reyes, 40 years old. Jason Benjamin Jehoshaphat, 19 years old. Eddie Justice, 30 years old. Anthony Luis Lerna Dusla, 25 years old. Christopher Leonin, 32 years old. Alejandro Martinez, 21 years old. Brenda Lee Marquez McCool, 49 years old. Gilberto Ramon Silva Menendez, 25 years old. Kimberly Morris, 37 years old. Akira Monet Marie, just 18 years old. Luis Omar Ocasio Capo, 20 years old. Eric Ivan Ortiz Rivera, 36 years old. Joel Ramon Panigua, 32 years old. Juan Carlos Mendez Perez, 35 years old. Enrique Rios, 25 years old. John Nieves Rodriguez, 27 years old. Christopher Joseph Senfeliz, 24 years old. Javier Emmanuel Serrano Rosado Sotomayor, 34 years old. Il Marie Rodriguez Sullivan, 24 years old. Shane Evan Tomlinson, 33 years old. Martin Torres, 33 years old. Jonathan Antonio Camoy Vega, 24 years old. Frankie Jimmy De Jesus Velasquez, 50 years old. Juan Rivera Velasquez, 37 years old. Luis Vielma, 22 years old. Luis Wilson Leon, 37 years old. Gerald Wright, 31 years old. In the time that I took to read this list, that's pretty much the time it took to kill them. If you look at a video taken by one of the dead during the attack itself, you can count 17 gunshots in 5 seconds, and the shooter stopped in the middle. It is far too easy to kill too many people too quickly in this country today, and we have to do something about that. These people died for no reason, but we can give their lives meaning by making sure that it can't happen again. It's for we the living, as Lincoln said in the Gettysburg Address. It's for we, us the living, to make sure that we solve this problem. I had some hard lessons this week in what it means to be a congressman in the midst of a tragedy. First, just a couple of hours after the shooting was over, I got a call saying that the victims who survived were unconscious. They weren't allowed to give consent, and the hospital is not permitting their loved ones to provide them any sort of aid under HIPAA rules. Well, we solved that problem. The next day, we got calls from 2 parents living in 2 other countries who pled with us to try to get them visas because they wanted to go to the funerals of their children. And then the day after that, we dealt with the problem of what to do with the remains being transported out of the country of the dead. All those were easy problems. Now comes the hard problem. The problem of how to make sure this doesn't happen again. We have to make sure that we do our best so that people who have an evil intent can't get a weapon of mass destruction in their hands. We may not always know what's in people's heads. We may not always know what's in people's hearts. But for sure, we can see what's in their hands, and we can control what's in their hands. We desperately need in this country to make sure that there is a background check of everyone who wants to buy a weapon. Are you with me?
Yes.
We desperately need to make sure that those who are identified already by law enforcement as the ones who are most likely to do harm to other citizens, we have to make sure that they can't get the means to do so. Are you with me?
Yes.
These are simple, obvious measures that the American people all support. Almost to a man and a woman, leaving aside the isolated leaders of the NRA and their tools in Congress, who, by the way, belong to the other party, not ours. I'm telling you this, we can't let this go.
I can't.
We can't put this behind us. Not this time. Never again.
Yes.
Thank you.